Hello and welcome back to my channel, or welcome on in. Hi, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Magic Bun, and as you can tell by the title of today's video, this is a community reading for Aquarius season. So happy birthday to all the Aquariuses out there and welcome to your season. This is actually a video that's going out a little bit earlier than intended, but I had to schedule a different video on the week for Aquarius season, so this one is just going up a little bit ahead of schedule because Aquarius season doesn't start until January 20th. Okay, definitely I think that's true for almost every time zone, but at least definitely for me it is going to be January 20th. Okay, so I wanted to make sure I do this video in this style to go along with the new moon pick a cards, full moon pick a cards, but this one is going to be a community reading, and then I'm going to follow it up with some pick a card options in the oracle section. Okay, so everyone will get a community reading with the tarot cards, which I've done a format like this before. I think I've done it multiple times, but for sure I've done it once before and it was well received, so we're sticking with it, at least for this style, for the zodiac season. So I wanted to try to do these videos for every season for hopefully this year, or whenever I can. There might be times where another video has to go up instead, but if I have the option to do this, I'm going to do so. Alright, so if you're not familiar with this style of video, like I said, it is simply a community reading here. So some things may resonate, some things may not. It is still considered a general part of the reading because it's for anyone who's watching this video. So don't try to force something to fit your narrative, to fit your story, to shove that puzzle piece in there. If it doesn't fit, it doesn't fit. That's absolutely fine. Ignore it, let it flow from you, and continue on with the reading. And at the end, I will just do maybe one or two, because typically I like to do like surrender cards that everyone gets, like that part as a community reading. But when I bring out some other oracle cards, I will make sure to say, like, you can pick 1, 2, or 3. Okay, so otherwise, let me get started on this reading because I gotta start shuffling in this deck. Alright, so by the time this video goes out, though, I just know I will be doing the new moon in Capricorn Magick Circle later on tonight. If you would still like to participate by the time this video goes live, you will still be able to sign up. I will not be doing closing, basically, sign up links until 8 p.m. Central Standard Time when this video, the same day of this video going live. January 10th. There we go. Remember the date for just 2 seconds. But yeah, that is the new moon in Capricorn energy, and with that, it's really great to initiate things. Capricorn is a cardinal sign, so it's a really great at initiating things that will take a longer time. It is earth energy, but the longer you wait, the better, like, the outcome, or like the greater the reward type of thing. Like, it's worth being patient for this. So this is really great to start the year with the new moon in Capricorn, and especially for, things you want to initiate that need a slower progression. Because another thing is, we are in winter season here in the northern hemisphere, so if you're definitely more in tuned with nature and the seasons, you're like, I want to plan because I want to rest, I want to recoup, especially after all these holidays. I want to recuperate and plan for when spring starts arriving, for that transition to start initiating actual change. So keep that in mind. Also, because when we're getting into Aquarius season is a fixed sign, so it wants to keep things very steady. It wants things to keep things under control. It doesn't really like change very much, so we want to have consistency and discipline. And also a tad bit of innovation in there, okay? It's like the kind of thing of, like, when you start initiating something, the plan isn't really working, so you're going to find something that really works with you, that you're like, I can picture doing myself for this for a while, like, this really works for me. That's kind of like the energy we'll be dealing with. And again, all that information will be in the description box below for more details on the new moon in Capricorn. If you would like to join in for the Magick Circle, it's $11.11. Just putting it out there. You can also check on my Ko-fi here for more information. Okay, one more good shuffle, and then we will see what cards want to come out of here to find out more about this Aquarius season. Yes, we got one card, we have two cards. We have a third card. Our first card is Four of Wands. Look how much of a party this is. This is definitely, because this is supposed to be like your current energy, past energy, and it's like we just went through a bunch of parties, celebrations. Some of you might be also planning for celebrations, you know. And then we have Four of Pentacles. I had to read that for just a second. There was kind of hard to read. But we have Four of Pentacles. We have Four of Wands, Four of Pentacles. It's giving us a bit of that Aries energy of the Emperor. Also because we land with the King of Swords. And the King of Swords, funny enough, I associate with Aquarius energy. So we're really wanting to learn things this year. We're wanting, or sorry, not this year, for this Aquarius season, wanting to learn a new skill, a new way of communicating. This is being very, though, true to what, like, when you finally, like, have your values in order, when you finally are like, I've learned this, I've mastered this skill, you're going to be very sure of yourself, very authentic to your own voice. You want to be heard, okay? Also, like I said, we're seeing a King here. This very, with the fours and this King, this is very much like the Emperor is lurking. It is lurking in the background. We still have more cards to pick up and to get. So maybe the Emperor is going to actually appear in here. But when we already have two fours and we have a King, there's a representations, because four is the card of the Emperor in the major arcana. It is stability, is discipline. It's like making sure when you are having fun that you're being equally balanced with taking care of your finances, making sure you're not overspending. You may be going out to party and it's like you have to put your foot down, especially when the voice of reason comes out and it's like you've been spending too much. You spent a lot over the holidays. Let's start to ring them back in. You know, we've got to keep this in mind. We need security. Now, a not so fun card, but it's absolutely fine. We can work with this energy, is the Tower card. The Tower card making an appearance for Aquarius season. You know, for one of the, what was this? My second video of the year, potentially? Maybe? I think so. So it's like the Tower card is like, hi, hello, don't forget about me. Remember, I'm here to rip the foundation down. I'm here to shake things up. I'm here to create change. You may not like that change, but I don't care. It is for your best interest, okay? And then we have the Knight of Cups. This is a card that I also flipped out with this. I wanted to see what it was before I continue on. But this is actually more of a challenge. It feels like someone's from like fantasy realm, fantasy of abundance, and what they think that they want doesn't match to what they need. And like that's gonna come crashing down around them, and it's like it's for your benefit, because we need to start putting in realistic standards and realistic ambitions out there for Aquarius season. So this is like learning new money skills, new ways to save your money. Oh my gosh, will my hair please get out of my face? Holy shit. So sorry, but I just, if you see me playing my hair, it's because I look in OBS and I'm like, why is it attached to my face? Okay. Okay, so sorry for that interruption. The music also awkwardly stopped at that moment too. Okay, so next up we have is the Hermit card. We got some Virgo energy popping into here, some Earth energy. And then we have the Six of Wands. We got the Six of Wands popping in. And this is sitting right underneath that Tower card. So it's like telling me that this foundation breaking is leading more to success, even though you can't see it. It is something that is to set you up for success, because we're letting go of something that doesn't benefit us anymore. We're letting go of something that has been distracting you from your priorities, that you've been trying to constantly fix. And it's like, it's going to send you, like, after it breaks down, you might be more wanting to like go into hermit mode to really analyze like what's going on in here. You may be wanting to analyze, why were you so dead set on this, with this like fantasy, this Pisces energy of the Knight of Cups. It's dream-like. It's like shaking you up from a dream and a fantasy and bringing you back into reality. Like, we need to ground this energy. We need to do this. We need to like focus this, because then you start being able to think more clearly, be more innovative. You're like, okay, if I'm not having this as a distraction, what's another pathway I can take instead? at our last 2 cards. Well, I did say there was a chance that he was going to make an appearance, and he did. We have the Emperor coming in here. We're coming in here as a challenge, though. The Aries energy, and then our last card is the Lover's card. Okay, the Lover's card. And I know some of you... oh, and just so I show this is our crowning card. This is the card that was at the bottom of the deck. This is the Page of Cups, the Keeper of Water energy. So with the Emperor being in a challenging position, think of it more of like, this is a great time for the foundation to be shucking up and to be rebuilt, because we need to be thinking more in long-term things. Like when we're trying to innovate, we're trying to create, we're trying to bring in that Aquarius energy. Aquarius is not only ruled by Saturn when it comes to traditional astrology, but in modern astrology is ruled by the planet of Uranus, okay? And that is a planet of rebellion, of acting up, of wanting to break the rules, wanting to shake things up. It wants to be set free. It wants to shake things up because it wants you to be innovative. It wants you to be creative. And it wants you to be like, all right, you've been living in a world of fantasy, but during this season, we got to really express these things. We got to really like take charge of things. We want things to be more steady. We want things, you know, to be set in a routine in a way of like that fits better than a traditional way. Like your way of a routine may look vastly different than what is traditionally acceptable, and it's okay. You have to start accepting that. That might be something as you might be more of a night owl. I know it's more acceptable to be up during the day and normal like 9 to 5 hours, but what if you just do better at night? Like instead of fighting this, why don't you learn more about yourself and set these routines up? Even if it's like, hey, I'm gonna try switching my schedule around, sleeping during the day and being more active at night, being still respectful of your neighbors and, you know, anyone that you may live with and whatnot, but like seeing how it works for you and just like taking notes of like, you know what, I did better this way, or I was able to get up earlier, you know, if I went to bed at this time. You know, you're trying to learn more about yourself and these skills. Because it just might be something that sometimes it's easier for some people out there to do, or it's just because you're so connected with the people in your life that you're like, I cannot just flip my schedule around like that. Like that's too extreme. But what are something else that you can do that can be more of learning more about yourself and being authentic to your needs and voicing what it is, like your opinions, voicing your values, voicing, I also get this with this Aquarius energy. It's for society, it's for humanity, wanting to talk about things, want to talk about topics that are close to your heart, that you want to express, that you've been feeling like you have to shut down those emotions. You can't express those things. If things have been bothering you about the world, you feel like you can't say anything. And this is about you wanting to speak up for those who can't speak for themselves, wanting you to be more expressive, wanting to fight for humanity and seeing the good in humanity and trying to help others. Because that's the thing with Aquarius. It's not about one-on-one relationships. It's a lot about society relationships, how they, you know, commune and do things for society, for the best of society. If you think about Aquarius to Leo, if you think of like sometimes just like the stereotypes that are attached, and I say this as a Leo sun, you know, Leos are known to be quote unquote self-centered. It's not really like that at all, but then Aquarius is a sister sign. It'll be the opposing things, whereas Leos can deal really well with one-on-one conversations. Aquarius is more of like, I'm talking to a community, I'm talking to a group of people that, you know, we can discuss and have these intellectual talks and such. With this energy as well, we have, let's see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 major arcana. This tells me like a lot of things are happening behind the scenes. With this Lover card, this also brings us some Gemini energy. Another air sign in here, and this is about not just connecting with like a partnership. You know, if people think the Lover's card, they think of you and just another person. This is more about being connected, but to the universe, connected to spirit, connected to the divine, getting those messages, learning a new skill. Gemini, ruled by Mercury. Also, Virgo, ruled by Mercury. This is communication. This is, both of these are sitting underneath the King of Swords, and like Aquarius, air season right here. Both being ruled by Mercury means this is a season of you're being more perceptive. You might be more of like opening your eyes to what is happening in the world for Aquarius season, and that's going to change your mind on a lot of things, and you're going to be more authentic to how you want to express how you're feeling about that. But feeling like you need, because this, when the Emperor is like in a challenging position, it's like kind of like how society and the patriarchy can be more of like, you can't express your emotions. If you do so, we're just going to disregard it. And this is you trying to fight back with that. Like, I'm going to express what I feel and how I feel about this, you know, and this might be you a learning opportunity for you for this season in Aquarius, because with that Mercury, this is about communication, wanting to express that. Also could just be technology, like talking to more people via like social media, wanting to learn from other people, see other people's point of views in social media. Okay. Let me touch base on this Page of Cups right here, which is very, very colorful. I really like the colors in this one. Okay, anyways, but the Page of Cups is the keeper of water. This is taking those baby steps. This is taking, like, this is what's kind of lurking for Aquarius season, and how it works very well, the water and air. And I know that's not like a normal combination, but it is working well together to express and being more vocal about how you feel, how you can journal it out, how you can start with journaling. Oh my god, now I can't say it. Journaling it out. Since Pisces is right here in the middle of here, of like getting to your dreams and your fantasy realm, being also more in touch with your intuition, understanding what is intuitive, your gut feeling. Some of you maybe wanting to learn about psychic powers and wanting to grow your psychic intuition, your psychic powers and abilities, which may have to break certain beliefs. Like if you thought about this before and you're learning something new, you're gonna have to shake that foundation down so you can unlearn something to relearn something new. Okay, that's another thing with this Hermit card. You may be more inclined to finding a mentor. This could be a spiritual mentor to help you here, but it is a guiding light. For some of you, you're more so wanting to be in the teacher position. You want to guide others. This is where your voice comes into play. This is when you want to speak, you want to be heard, you know. And it's also about like asking the universe for what it is that you want when you're trying to work with this season of Aquarius, trying to be more vocal about what it is that you want, being very more clear and wanting to have a more consistency in what it is that you're trying to communicate. Clear and consistent being with the fixed sign, okay? The fixed signs with Aquarius. Okay, let me push everybody over. Let's find out what we should be surrendering for Aquarius season. Let me see though. Are we missing anything? We got wands, pentacles. We have the King of Swords that kind of like encompasses all the swords. We have a Page of Cups. I'm trying to just see if there was like way more pentacles than there are like anything else or anything like that. Doesn't seem like there's one. There's just a lot of major arcana. When we see a lot of major arcana in a reading, it just tells me like a lot of things that are happening behind the scenes. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's still not a whole lot. 2 court cards. Yeah, I don't see anyone like taking over and dominating this. I just kind of get the feeling with this reading right off the bat with like the 4 of Wands being up there, the 6 of Wands. It's like breaking the habit of constantly going towards the realm of fantasy, and having to set your priorities in order, having to like be more authentic with yourself and be more of like, be honest with yourself, being very much more honest with yourself, and realizing when you're being like, when you're being biased towards a certain subject, especially if you're very much so like you don't want any criticism about your life, or you're just very much so like stuck in your ways. This is the shakeup that's going to happen. That Tower card, that Mars card, which is over Aries and Scorpio. And since we have Aries with the Emperor just chilling there, you know, as a future challenge, it's that challenge of having stability, of wanting structure and order, of having to shake off the feeling of like, you know, always starting like on a new project versus staying consistent with a project, giving it the time it needs, the time and dedication. It's like once you get started on something, it's like you're ready to just start something new and kind of give up. Like it didn't happen right away. I'm done with it. I'm moving on to something new. And like that's only true if like what you're doing is just not bringing you any happiness. Like you hate touching it, you hate going near it, you hate working on it. It brings you nothing but stress. And it's like once it's done, I want it to be done and gone. If you have the ability to like cut it out now, you're gonna do so. Like that's absolutely fine. But there's other things where you're like you're just not giving it enough time, and it's because like you need to go back and retune it. You need to go back and refix it. And for like, you know, it's being honest and true with yourself and like your own habits, or how in this surrender to your intuition, being, you know, more honest about your intuition and listening to your intuition. This says tune into your inner voice. Be aware of any gut feelings, flashes, knowings, or aha moments that come through to guide you. Now, what's really funny about this card is that aha moment is actually, hold on, get over here, is very in tune with the Tower card. Okay, and I say this because like it has been described as the lightning striking the building is the aha moment. And I feel like for some people, it's like, what do you mean I have to dismantle something? What does it mean to have to like start from scratch? Can I like just work, like can I just like put a band-aid over this and like come back to it later? And it's like, it's better to fix it now, to make it better now. You're gonna regret it when it comes crashing down much later. Okay. Okay, we have our next two cards. We put this over here. You have surrender obsessive thinking. Definitely aligned with that King of Swords energy. It says, if you're obsessing about a person or situation, turn the dilemma over to spirit. Doing so will help bring clarity or even solve the problem. This is what I was talking about, that Gemini card, the Lovers card. Like, it doesn't just necessarily mean partnership. It doesn't mean like love in the season of Aquarius and whatnot. I feel like this is something like you fantasize about love, and when you finally meet that person, they're not who they actually, like, it's like what they meant to be on social media is not who they are in person. I don't mean exactly like a catfish and whatnot. I mean more of just like their personality online doesn't match to, like, if they seem like, oh yeah, they seem so fun and outgoing here, but when you actually meet them, they're not like that at all whatsoever. They're cold, they're calculating, they're, you know, they cut with their words. It's not a fun time being around them. This is where it's just like, you know, listening to your intuition about this and having to that Gemini energy. This is more about like connecting with spirit, connecting with the divine, having sometimes to be like, I give it to the divine to take care of right now, because you are not in the right mindset to take care of it until you can round back to it. You know, because it's like you let it go to the universe, and then you get clarity later, because you're just not trying to focus on trying to solve it. It's sitting there and it's just like not coming to you. You gotta sometimes walk away, clear your mind, do something else. And then we have surrender to your full power. We have a full moon in Leo in Aquarius season. So this could be a great time and a great sign for you as well to really harness that power of that full moon, that Leo. It says your life is calling for you to step into your full power rather than playing it small. Okay, and this could also be inclined to that Tower card, that shake-up card, that Emperor card. It's like, you know what, you're going to be taking big or making big moves through Aquarius season, you know, and taking full control of this power. Once you're very truthful for yourself, you're very truthful with yourself and what you want in life too. Okay, let me see, do I want to do one more? I'm going to do one more as a collective, and then we're going to do at least 2 rows of you can pick yourself. Okay, come on. We're using the Witching Hour Oracle. I don't think I need the guidebook now, but you never know. I have it nearby in case I need it. They're still pretty new to me, but I think they'd be really great for this. And you can hear that great shuffle. Do I need one more? I think I need one more. Okay, so perfect. We actually have 4 cards for this one. So the first one we have here is Book of Spells. You'll be learning. This is what we were just talking about before. I think this is like spot on here. For Aquarius season, it is really a great time with it just being an air sign. It's intellectual. It wants to talk. It wants to learn. It wants to read. Some of you might be reading books about your intuition and trusting them. Some of you may be wanting to read about, because I see with obsessive thinking sitting next to full power, it makes me think of a book called The Mountain Is You. And it's like how self-sabotaging ways or identifying self-sabotaging ways would be a really good thing to, you know, you read about them, you be more aware of them, and it helps you step into your full power, how you can get through this, how you can get through this mountain here. But that might be something some people are interested in learning about themselves. And then we have, I might actually need the guidebook for this one. I can only assume what this means. To the Grave, Secrets. To the Grave is Secrets. And it's actually right next to this kind of card here, which is Enter at Your Own Risk. And it says take a pause. So secrets and pausing. This just kind of gives me more of a feeling of like, just like not just jumping into something. This is about when you're learning a skill and whatnot. Like you do need practice and whatnot. But it's like, take a pause. Have you really learned everything you need to learn from this? But let me just take a quick peek into the guidebook really quick for this one. What's 42? To the Grave. Secrets, a need for discretion and strategy. The tarot, oh my God. The tarot, oh my God, what just happened to my words? They just disappear. They just disappear into the nether. They are never coming back. What is words? English is canceled. But the tarot companion for this card, To the Grave and Secrets, is the Emperor. That's what the guidebook says. It says it is the Emperor right here. Okay, so what does it see? There's a lot of pressure in today's world. Social media is a wonderful tool that has paved the way for increased connection worldwide, but it has also pressured many to put their life on display in search of more likes, engagement, and even fame and fortune. Oh, okay, no, that's okay, hold on, I'll come back to that in a second. This card urges you to exercise discretion. Hold things close to your heart for the time being. Goals and dreams need darkness and security while they are fragile and vulnerable. This sacred time allows you the space to build a strong foundation to support you when you're faced with criticism, questions, and flat-out attempts to break down what you've built. The time will come for you to reveal your plans, but for now, take comfort in the security of your secret. That is about the Tower card. This is about saying like something close to you with that Knight of Cups energy. Like it's like maybe for some of you, you're trying to romanticize your life, like, you know, your mornings, when you just have a cup of coffee and stuff like that. And it's like you don't need to tell the world about that. You don't need to show the world. It's you doing it for yourself. Why I'm like finding this very interesting is that this card is actually, so what they do in this this deck here, it goes companion cards. It'll tell you the meanings of like 2 cards put together, and actually these 2 put together have a meaning. This says, more clarity is needed before you're ready to share the details about your goals. Take this time to work out the kinks or to better understand your goal, project, or intention. So that might be something that you're really focusing in on for Aquarius season. Like I said, it goes along with learning. You're trying to learn more about what it is you're trying to accomplish, your intent. Do I see this? This could even be setting yourself up for romance for some of you that are looking for love, but some of you that are more focused on building community. And it's not, I don't see finances at the heart of this or prosperity in the terms of wealth of money for Aquarius season. It's just like getting like your budget in order type of thing. But this is about knowledge and skill, with that Hermit card being there as well as an invitation card. Okay, and then the last one here is Witch's Brew, Seek Alternative Solutions. I'm not going to read the one for Enter at Your Own Risk because we saw that as a combination one, but let me pop in for this one since I have it open. Let's see. There's a remedy for your problem, seek alternative solution. Let's see. Additionally, this card is your confirmation that there's a solution to your problems, even if you can't see it right now. Consider reaching out to someone you wouldn't normally seek out for advice. They may have an interesting perspective that could end up being exactly what you need. Oh, this card also... Yeah, so this card also pairs with enter at your own risk. This card also has it. Okay. Also, can I just say that this card just makes me really want a cup of tea right now? I've had 2 cups of coffee, but now I want a cup of tea, but whatever. This one says, be careful not to start new things when you're feeling overwhelmed by what you already have. Could indicate that you're running away rather than finding solutions to problems. It's talking about that, like you starting one thing and then moving to another, versus that fixed sign of Aquarius. It's like, you need to stay on this. You just can walk away to seek clarity. Like, it's okay to walk away and like just get some breathing room, but you got to come back to it eventually. But maybe when you're walking away or you're like reading a book, it'll come to you. Or you talk to someone you don't normally talk to. It's like, boom, it comes to you. Like, I think that's incredible, and that's why I love this Witching Hour Oracle so much. Highly recommend it. And no, I'm not associated with them at all. Okay, so now we're gonna do the pick a card portion. Let me readjust myself on here. I like to sit on my foot. Like, I always have one foot on the chair. It's really weird. So this is a deck I have not used in any video whatsoever. I haven't even shown pictures of it. By the time I'm recording this video, I haven't shown anybody I had this deck. This is the Woodland Wardens. So yes, I do need the guidebook for this one. It's very cute, very to the point. We're gonna find out. It does like here, I'll show an example card. This is what they look like right here. It will tell you an animal and then like a plant that goes with it. Usually like a flower, I think. But so far it's plants. I think mainly flowers. And then it gives you like a keyword underneath there. It does require me to try to read beyond 22 Roman numerals. So it may take me just a hot minute to find out. But if it takes me too long, I'll just edit out the video. But if you would like to know a message from this deck and concerning for you for Aquarius season, like a primary focus, pick 1, 2, or 3, or a combination. Oh, they shuffle so nicely too. All right, 1, 2, or 3. I'm gonna start shuffling for 1, 2. All right, I've got card number 1 ready. Let me get card number 2 and 3. Oh, it's too many. Got card number 2. I need card number 3. There we go. Card number 3. Okay. For card number 1, you've got this card. It says the butterfly and snowdrop, and the keyword is hope. Okay, so let me read what this one says. I think it's important just to read, because the only way I'm going to learn is if I do this. And I gotta learn the Roman numerals. What is that? That's an L, so I think L is 50? So this is either... I don't think it goes that high. I'm not good when it comes to the L's. I think L is supposed to be 50 though. So it's gonna be 40s. Something like 46, I think. Okay, here we go. The butterfly and snowdrop, 2 symbols of spring, remind us that winter will soon end and hope is on the horizon. Butterflies are transforming. I'm trying to like do a synopsis of it so you don't have to sit through the whole thing. Let's see, the snowdrop has a bit of magic about it as well. It is one of the first flowers to appear towards the end of winter, signifying the brighter, longer days are just around the corner. This is a period of hardship is coming to a close, and better days are ahead. Take heart in signs of the coming thaw. That's such cuteness, especially Northern Hemisphere in winter, whatnot. Perfect. Okay. For card number 2, 42, I think this is. This is the eel and iris, which is safety. Okay, which at first I thought it was a snake. Let's see, did I get that right? Did I get the number right? Oh my god, I did. I'm learning. Let's see. The idiom, slippery as an eel, refers to the eel's ability to escape harm. The iris is the tall, hardy flower from which the fleur de lis is a medieval symbol of power and victory is derived. Together, the stealthy eel and the mighty iris indicate safety in our homes, relationship, and work. Now is a good time to establish healthy boundaries. If others take offense, do not fret over the reaction. Stand firm in your power, like the iris. Okay, that's pretty sweet. I love that. And then card number 3. 20. I'm not sure about the number for this one. This is the boar and pumpkin, confidence. So, okay, so there's some vegetables in there too. Yeah, I'm not sure about that number. I know that is it 28? What number? Okay, 10-5. Oop. Hold on, I know I'm right there. Okay, got it. Confidence. With their winding vines and large, heavenly seeded fruit, pumpkins signify abundance, health, and resilience. Meanwhile, the fierce and intelligent boar is known for its sharp tusk and aggressive movements. Combined, the boar and pumpkin embody self-assurance. Your confidence is well-founded. Any insult or attempts to damage your morale will roll off your back. You are thick-skinned like the pumpkin and courageous like the boar. I love that. It's been very uplifting. I really like it. It's just the Roman numerals that throw me off. I think though they're very pretty, and I have got to get used to the Roman numerals. Like, read them more often. It's just sometimes some decks just use normal numbers, so when I don't see them for a while, it throws me off. Okay. We're going to end this reading with, again, you can pick 1, 2, and 3, but I'm going to bring out a favorite. Since we did just do this and it took me a hot minute to have to read some of the guidebooks for this one, we're going to do this one though, so you can still pick your message for Aquarius. This is the Therapet. This is a nice message you need to hear for Aquarius season. Pick 1, 2, or 3. Okay. 1, 2, and 3. All right, for those of you who picked number 1, your message is this. It's okay to struggle. You're doing better than you feel like you are, which I think is very on point for Aquarius season. It's okay to struggle. You are doing better than you feel like you are. Okay, you are doing it. It's always like progress. Some progress is always good progress. For those who picked number 2, your message is this one. Stop calling yourself garbage. You're a blueberry fairy princess. You are amazing. So stop putting yourself down. Have that confidence, okay? So stop calling yourself garbage. You're a blueberry fairy princess. You are amazing. And then for those who picked number 3, your message is this one. You are worthy. You are worthy. Taken care of. Wait, you are worth, oh my god, worthy. I kept saying worthy. Can I read? No. You are worth taking care of. I don't know why that messed me up so much, but that is your message. You are worth taking care of. It's so cute. I want to call it. I think that's, is that a red panda? I don't know. But you are worth taking care of. Just if I can read, that'd be perfect. All right. Thank you so much for being here for this chaotic reading. You may not see more of my content. I'll be focusing, like I said, on the Magick Circle for the rest of this week. So be prepared to see like the candle burning, all that stuff for that. But next week you should be seeing a lot more of me. All right, might be something on here potentially. There's plans in the making for maybe Twitch coming back full time on Twitch again. But of course, if you want to book a reading with me, you can go to my Ko-fi and book a private reading with me. Those will also be available on January 14th, 15th. I think I'm opening them officially January 15th. I just had too much going on. I wouldn't be able to get your readings booked this week anyways. So other than that, thank you so much for being here, and I hope you have an amazing day wherever you are. Happy time zones. Again, happy birthday to all the Aquariuses out there. Thank you so much, and I will see you when I see you. Bye.